Hello everybody, this is Stephen Howson. This is Championship Manager 96-97, Championship Manager 2 being the original Championship Manager game that I really fell in love with. I did play a little bit on the Amiga on Championship Manager, but didn't really get into it as much as I got into it on Championship Manager 2 when it came out on PC. I spent a good percentage of my childhood actually playing this game. This is the second episode I've done playing it, and the reason behind that is because the first episode that I did, which was 50 minutes long, you're welcome, didn't save. Apparently, I have to keep this game open on my computer, which doesn't take up a lot of memory, so it's not an issue to do it. But I can't, excuse me, I can't save it and go back into it because of the way an emulator works on a MacBook. I have to continue playing this game. If I close the window and try to start it up again, it's like the game never existed. So I have to keep playing this in one. So I've lost the one that I started. I've started a new one. I've tried to go down the same route. I've tried to buy the same sort of players. I've tried to sell the same sort of players. But there's one big difference. And that big difference is Batty goal. What? Didn't click on him. There we go. Batty goal. What? I would have given at least a couple of toes to have had Batistuta as a Manchester United player when I was growing up. The guy is ridiculous. Now, that's not a great return, I suppose, is it? But it's a solid rating. 17 million we paid for him. Basically busted out the transfer fee. So here's who we've signed. Diego Simeone, Laudrup, Sama and Batistuta. We've improved the defence. We've improved the midfield. We've got a new winger in. And we've got a goal scorer now. Let's take on all comers. The problem with United in this sort of period at the time, Class of 92 is just coming into the side, can't really do anything in Europe. So that's one thing that we're looking to change. Now, if I go into our fixtures, you'll see we just beat Liverpool, just drew with Everton, drew with Chelsea. A few wins in there. What was our last defeat? So we lost to Leicester, got moaned out off the board for that. Had some indifferent games in the Coca-Cola Cup. I was trying to remember the name of it and I can't remember what it was called. I'll just show you the players out as well. So we managed to get 8.7 million for Karol Poborski. Jordi Cruyff and Andy Cole have all been flirted. Jonathan Macken's gone. John Curtis has gone. Hilton and Kane also. Everybody out the door. There's a few more that need to be sold as well. And as remember, there's no transfer window. So we've got Casper's on the list, McGibbon's on the list, Pallister's on the list, Phil Neville's on the list, McClare and Davies, they're all looking to get out the door. Terry Cook will probably go as well. And that'll give us a decent base. Solskjaer's playing phenomenal. 8.21 average rating, 7 goals, 8 assists, 5 man of the matches in 14 appearances. Cantona is obviously playing like Cantona, you would expect. Very good ratings, a few goals, a few assists. Batty goals, 7 in 15 in the league, 5 assists. And then in Europe, that is the difference for us. And this is where Manchester United didn't do. We didn't have this goal scorer like this. 5 appearances, 5 goals, 4 assists. What? Unbelievable stats. And the way we're playing, I've got a slight bit different. On the last one, I played 4-4-2 and I kept the wingers in line with the midfield. I decided to go mad for it this time. That's normally Brian Laudrup on the right hand side there where Beckham is. Giggs obviously on the left. Simeone in the middle with Keane. Batistuta and Solskjaer are Cantona at the moment. And then the back four basically picks itself. Sama and Howson, love them too. I think I can upgrade on Gary Neville and Dennis Irwin, and I will be looking to sell Peter Schmeichel now. I know that's a little bit sacrilegious considering what he achieved with us and what he did for us as United. When he left in '99, we was the best team in the world, but he will be 35 by then. I think we can do better, and the one that I've got in mind to do it better with is Van der Sar. That's the mistake that Fergie made. I think that I could hopefully rectify. Get Van der Sar in at the end of this season, start of next season, and if we can get rid of Schmeichel, I'm not sure he's worth too much, so 2.5 million. Anything we can get for him, I'd be happy with. Bring Van der Sar in and go again. So I'm just going to mix this one up here. Brian Laudrup can't play, so we'll keep him out of the team on this one. We're about to play Spartak Moscow in the group. Can I see the tables? Okay, so let's have a look at the quick tables there. Lost 1, drawn 2. Very good goals for, not quite as good as Chelsea, doing really well. Very good goals against. I'm putting that down to Sama, Howson, Keane in front of them, and Schmeichel behind them. 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League. That's good. On course to retain the Premier League. Obviously, we won the Premier League in '96 with Eric Cantona. So we are looking to... obviously, Eric... I'll finish that. With Eric Cantona scoring the winner in the FA Cup final against Liverpool in the 85th minute. We all remember that goal very well. So this is the season following that where we win the league. And then Cantona retired. And I cried. Probably. I don't remember, but I would say I probably did. Now, I've got an overriding memory of the end of this season when we win the league with Cantona. We came out in those purple jumpers. And Cantona came out like this. We've just won the league, and for some reason the Carling celebrations all revolved around coming through some doors, walking across some carpet onto the pitch before you get a presentation. And I just remember Cantona having this pissed off face on him. And obviously then, I think 3 days later, he retired from football. Never loved a man like I've loved Cantona. That hurt me, cut me deep. So, to prevent me from that pain, I've gone with Batigol. He's only 27, good replacement for Cantona. He's going to do it, as you can see, he's doing it in Europe for us at the moment. Cantona is only 30. He will be 31 at the, excuse me, at the end of the season. He's probably got another couple of years left in him on the game, so I'm certainly not going to be looking to sell Cantona. I would never sell Cantona. He retires at Manchester United for me. But Solskjaer, although he's doing very well at the moment, is he that long-term world-class replacement that we want? We want a striker and a forward next to each other. That's sort of the blend that we're going for here. The guy we want is original Ronaldo. He's just signed for Barcelona on the game, so we're not going to be able to buy him just yet. He won't be able to move. But that is the guy that we want. We want Batistuta and Ronaldo up front. Then we're going to say, and what, Europe? And what? You will be my bitch. At the back, could probably improve upon Ronnie Johnson. I'm a big Ronnie Johnson fan. Love the way he plays. I mean, look at those stats. At the moment, we're not improving on that, but we probably can improve upon that. There are better left and right backs out there in the world. Roberto Carlos is interested in joining us. I think he's only 23, 22 years of age. Obviously just joined Real Madrid, so he's unavailable, but he is interested. The one I want really is Maldini. I wouldn't mind Zidane in midfield. He's obviously unavailable, just gone to Juventus. So there's a couple of players that I'm looking at that I would love to bring in. Van der Sar, Maldini. Cannavaro's a decent player on this one, and he's at the right sort of age to drop in defence right over there. Zidane in midfield with Roy Keane behind him is fantastic, and then Batistuta and Ronaldo up front. I mean, I'm pretty happy with Giggs and Laudrup on the wings as well, so a very good starting 11. Could maybe do with bringing in a couple of options because the game likes to throw up loads of injuries and stuff on this one, and player conditioning's really poor as well for some reason. Laudrup's not playing a lot of games for us. One, because he's cup tied in Europe, and two, because his conditioning's really bad. And his stamina's only 11, but I'm not sure if that's the reason for it. He's just not been playing a hell of a lot of games for us. So what we'll do is, who've we got? Let's just see. Spartak Moscow. I think this is the last game in the Champions League. I'll play a couple of games because the games are so fast. It's not like Football Manager of now. Games are so fast. We'll blast through a couple of games. Might even take it up to that game there against Sheffield United. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's no transfer window, so there's no point just bringing you in January. We can sign players now right up to... Well, I guess there's a transfer window. You can't sign players after around about the 20th of March, I think it is. So, come that, we'll probably have... I'm pretty happy with our squad. I keep checking on players interested now and then because it seems to change week by week. I don't know if it's by results or by player happiness. I'm not sure what the crack is with it. I keep checking every now and then. Someone's fell out at a club, we can nip in. Torricelli is a player that I try to sign as a defender, left and right from Juventus. Massive stats, and that sort of versatility could really help us as I look to move on. Dennis Irwin, who is himself 31 years of age, so he's going to be coming to the end of his career, and we've just got to try and replace that squad, haven't we? So that's what I'm looking to do. This is how we're lining up. Really happy with that sort of lineup. It's a bit asymmetrical in it, it's a bit all over the place, but it works. We play direct. There's only three options: direct, pass in, and long ball. We play direct as United. Sam is a captain purely because he's got the highest influence rating. Him and Keane very similar. And we've played excellent since I've had him as captain, undefeated I think. So that's who we go with. Giggs is suspended. Have I got him at number 11? Yep, I have. So how are we going to do this then? I'm going to play Paul Scholes on the left, as he sometimes did for England. So this is our last game. We struggled a little bit on the road in Europe, but we've already qualified, so the pressure's off. Let's just go and have some fun. Let's go and get a win under our belts. As you can see, 15 minutes into the game, the games absolutely go like that. So, there we go. We're going down one. So the games go so fast. You can blast through a season. I found out that the game hadn't saved a couple of days ago, and I've just been messing around with a couple of saves, seeing what I can do, seeing what formations work and this, that and over. Still not found a formation I'm mega happy with. I think it's a little bit hit and miss still. I'm not sure that at the time Sports Interactive had figured out what was going on with tactics and with formations, so we're still just playing around with it a little bit. On the road in Europe, it's probably quite correct, because at the time we massively struggled on the road in Europe, didn't we? Maybe it's giving it just a little bit too much sway. I think maybe at half time we'll switch up, we'll go 5 in midfield, and we'll maybe go long ball a little bit and see what we can get. So Beckham's having a bit of a stinker. Let's go like that. Let's go Solskjaer on the right. True midfield. With Batigol up front. Let's go long ball. I don't need to make a sub actually, do I? I can actually go like that. Yeah, Beckham's a midfielder. Yeah. Alright, let's try that. I was just thinking 3-0. I was just thinking, looking at that, the fact that this is at the Luzhniki Stadium, obviously where we had our triumph in Moscow. Oh my God, 4-0. Oh, the board aren't going to be happy with this one. The Luzhniki Stadium, obviously the scene of our triumphs, and I was thinking no, it's not 20 years, it's 18 years later. It's not 18 years later, it's 12 years from now. That makes me feel really old, because it feels like Moscow was only like 3 years ago or something. 8 years ago. Oh, we go 10 men, 5 minutes to go. Wouldn't have thought we were getting back into it if I'm being brutally honest. Throw Cantona on there, wide left, see if he can help out with anything. So we've gone down. At least it's not 0 now. Oh, we're 4-2. Looks at least a little bit more respectable. Like I said, we'd already qualified. Not really bothered about the score today, but I'm not happy with losing. And their keeper gets man of the match. We had more shots on target than him. Just most of theirs went in. That's pretty unlucky. As you can see, you can absolutely fly through this game. The processing speed of this MacBook compared to what I had in 1996. I bet my iPhone's probably got more memory and more. It's definitely got more memory. Chelsea want Gary Pallister. Yeah, $1.5 million. We'll take that. There seems to be a lot more. I don't know if it's because the game's not got all the nuances about rivalries and stuff built into it just yet, but players seem to be a lot happier moving from rival clubs than they do nowadays, certainly either on the game and in real life. Just going to try and blast through this as much as possible, not bothered how anyone's doing for the internationals, just hope that none of them come back injured. There we go, Ronnie Johnson is one of those that comes back injured. David May, not bothered about him. Pallister's going to talk to Chelsea. I tried to sign Rio Ferdinand, because remember the last one that I did sign Rio Ferdinand, 17-year-old Rio Ferdinand, before he'd made his debut. If we go to West Ham, he's injured. He's played 8 games from this season. He's not done bad, is he? He's basically becoming a first choice. Let's see if we can... Nah, still not for sale. That's definitely a guy that we're keeping eyes on. I think he might turn out to be a pretty decent player. Ooh, top against second here now, so let's sort this out. We're going to have to put Pally on the bench there, I think. Who else is injured? Scholesy, that's no problem. Giggs can go on the bench. Batistuta, and I'm going to go with Cantona and Batistuta, put Solskjaer on the bench. Laudrup can come in for the Beckham, and we will go actually Beckham on the bench there. Just make sure everyone's fit. Batistuta's not fully fit, but it's Batistuta, the guy plays. Happy with the lineup. Sammer as captain. Yeah, he's still fit. Yeah, no, it was Johnson that was injured, wasn't it? So Johnson, Pallister, and Ronnie Wall back on the bench. There we go. Let's go play this game. Tottenham at Old Trafford. At Old Trafford, we seem to be doing quite well. I think we've had a couple of draws, but basically every game's been won apart from that. I don't think we've lost at Old Trafford just yet. So there's obviously some sort of thing in the game where home games are easier, away games are harder. So let's hope that we can pull the pressure on a little bit. There we go, 1-0, 30 minutes gone. I think I saw Giggs' name in the mix there. Yep, Giggs. So I think we have to take advantage of that, and I think I need something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it just yet. What I need to do is figure out a way to make us harder to beat away from home. Or maybe it's just the way that the game likes to throw these challenges at you to keep you guessing. Obviously, Teddy Sheringham comes in to replace Cantona in real life. Very good set of goals and assist stats from him there. We could do the win here now, put a bit of daylight in between us and Tottenham in the league. I said we qualified from the Champions League group. That's happy days. I didn't do that in my original save. Actually, I failed to qualify. Oh, this isn't good. I failed to qualify for the Champions League in the original save. I think Batistuta made the difference this time round. I think that's a good goal back. There we go, Batistuta again, proving his worth. Massive signing, 17 million. Looks like we're piling a bit of pressure on here. Can we get another shot off and hopefully something's going to come from it? Schmeichel's not having a great game. Simeone not having a great game. Let's try Simeone for Beckham. And I'll go Solskjaer for Cantona and Simeone for Beckham. And unfortunately, in the new game, I can go all out for it now and try and mix it up. But there's nothing I can do to try and chase a game, force a game, or anything like that at the moment in these. So you just have to sort of hope that your tactics will out, and you end up getting one. Yes, 90th minute there. Was that Batistuta? Yes, Gabriel Batistuta. Fucking love this guy, honestly. I loved him in real life, loving him now. That's his 14th goal for us, I think. Magnificent. So that keeps us top of the league. That's awesome, obviously. Schmeichel not having a great game there. Where are we in the table? Let's have a look. So now 6 points clear there and 8 points clear there from next place down, which is Chelsea. Middlesbrough flying high there, but there's a bit of a group appearing here now at the top of the league. Let's have a look at the bottom. It's very tight down there at the moment, isn't it? West Ham and Leicester losing a lot of games early doors there. Definitely want to be saying to Rio Ferdinand, I think he's had great ratings despite their performances, so he must be playing very well for him. Like I said, you absolutely fly through the seasons in this. Palace has decided he wants to stay because he's got a game now. A Thursday night set of fixtures, that's crazy, isn't it? So West Ham away, you would think this is an easy win for us. Do I mix the team up and try and keep it fresh here? What do we reckon? See, Batistuta's knackered now, so do you know what? He gets a rest, and I'll take him off the bench as well, so he's not involved at all. Who do we go with? Replace him on the bench. So do you know what, Ben Thornley, you get in the shout, mate. We've got too many injuries. Okay, so this is how we're going to line up. We're going to go Cantona and Solskjaer. Give Batigol a break. If there's a little bit of a... Didn't seem quite right there in the little cut. It's 'cause my phone just died. Oops, there you go. I record on my phone and my phone just died, so I've just had to try and piece together where it went off. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go Sammer and Pallister, Neville, Irwin, Keane, Simeone, Laudrup, Giggs, Cantona, Solskjaer up front. We're going to rest Batigol and we're going to go for it. Did we say what we was going to do? Yeah, we'll just play a few games. We'll just get a feel for how it goes. Obviously, there's no gameplay, is there, with this? We got a bar in the middle, and we got commentary, and we got to try and figure out what's going on from the commentary. Oh, we got a penalty. Solskjaer makes no mistake there now. So we're starting to put a little bit of pressure, aren't we, on the league. Hopefully we get a favourable draw in Europe and we can progress a little bit. Oh, there we go, 2-0 in the league. Laughing. The pace of the games, the speed that you're able to get through a season is fantastic. There's, as much as I love how in-depth the modern ones are, it's nice to go back, strip all the basics. I mean, even the dots would be nice, wouldn't it? The dots, could we get the dots? I can't remember which one the dots came in for. It was revolutionary when it came in. being able to watch the dots on the screen. I think it was probably Football Manager when the dots came in, when the name change happened because of the split. But we look in great shape, don't we? That's the good thing about it going into here now. I don't reckon the game's going to have the correct potential for the lads from the class of 92, because who would have known in 1996 what them boys would go on to be? Especially the likes of Beckham and Giggs and Scholes. I mean, they've not even got Scholes down as a midfielder, so they're going to have no idea how good these lads are going to turn out to be. Are they thinking at the moment on this game Scholes is the greatest midfielder of his generation? Probably not. So we're probably best looking abroad, aren't we? As I was saying earlier, those that I've got in mind for targeting, those that we know are going to smash it for us. So let's just have a quick search while you're on here now. So interested foreign-based players. This is sorted by value. Andy Liddell there, rassing it up in Benfica. Go on, my son. This fella, Cesares, ends up being a very good defender on the game, if I remember rightly. Let's sort it by position. See if we can find Van der Sar. Is Van der Sar interested? Barthez is interested. Edwin van der Sar. 800k, do you know what? I'm tempted to buy him right now at that sort of price. Is he going to stay? Well, he's on my shortlist now, so I will be notified if anyone else bids for him. So I think we can just keep our powder dry a little bit on that one. Oliver Reck, decent. I was going to say defender then. Decent keeper, obviously. Canizares of Madrid. Is Casillas come through yet? Doesn't look like he has. So look at him stats there for Roberto Carlos. 9 goals. He's probably been played in midfield actually, isn't he? Let's have a look. What sort of formation is that? This is what you're dealing with when you play against teams in Europe on this. What is that? What is that? That's a 5-4. Not even. 5-4-1. You would assume that's going to be, slightly different to what it ends up actually being. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Defenders. Let's have a look at who's available in terms of defenders, or who's interested in terms of defenders. In fact, let's take that off. Let's just go. Based anywhere. Let's just see what we're dealing with in terms of who's the top defenders in the world. Paolo Maldini, he is the top of my wish list. He is my wish list in terms of defenders. I'd play him either centre half or left back. Pretty much. Torricelli, this is the guy that I was talking about a second ago. He was interested, but then rejected us. Let's go back there. Look at the stats. Stamina, tackling, passing pace ain't bad. Set pieces is decent. Strength's not bad. Technique's good. Off the ball marking, intelligence, heading, determination. But you don't need anything else from a fullback. That's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Very happy with that. Rob Jones, are you kidding me? He didn't get 10 caps for England, did he? No wonder he didn't qualify for the '94 World Cup. Something's gone wrong here with my phone. It's not letting me use it, so it's not turning on. So I don't know what we're going to do here. But do you know what? I'll just take a picture of myself right here, and we'll carry on with it, and we'll get this done and get it out. Because I'm not starting again, and I want to get this done. So here we go. Blackburn, 95 champions, fell off massively. They've lost their best player now, Alan Shearer. So let's put it on them. Let's set no prisoners. I would expect us, yeah, there we go, there's 1-0. I would expect us to really put it on these today. If I'm looking to emulate and better what Sir Alex did with this Manchester United side, I have to win the league this year. And I'm just trying to think where we came in Europe in 96, 97. Oh, it was this. This was the year that we went out to Dortmund, wasn't it? 1-0, both legs. And we had about 35 shots at home. And the ball just refused to go in the net. Of course it was, yeah. This was the year. This was the year that Dortmund did us. Of course it was, yeah. I think... Was it the quarters or the semis? I'm going to have to Google that. Yeah, I do remember that game clearly, yeah. Wow, can't believe that was 20 years ago. Well, 19. That's insane. So yeah, so to better Fergie, now I need to basically reach the final of the Champions League and win the domestic league. And it's if I can retain it next year. That's the year Arsenal came into it, wasn't it? And I think it was Mark Overmars did us in. Yeah, I think that was the game. I think that was the game in '98 where they beat us. So then go on and win the league. That was the one. Petit and Vieira. That was a midfield and a half, that was. So, a lot of pressure here now, really. Because the minimum we can do is win the league. That's the minimum acceptable performance from us this season is going to be to win the league. So, we have to go all out for it. Very happy with the signings I've made so far. And because of the way the game works, it sets the player as unavailable. Like, they don't even discuss it or anything. You can't offer them loads, blow them out of the water with value. They just, plain and simple, are like, nope, not for sale. That's a default setting for anyone who's just moved for that first season. So anyone who's just signed for their clubs in the game, oh, it's going to be a tight last five. Anybody who's just signed for their clubs on the game is going to be unavailable and a nightmare for us to try and deal with in terms of trying to buy anyone off them. So we retain top spot there now. Oh, we're pushing ahead, aren't we now? 8 points clear. That's excellent. I will do one more game and get it in real fast. Oh, do you know what? Coca-Cola Cup. I really can't bother playing in the Coca-Cola Cup just now. Do you know what? I'm going to leave it. Oh, Steaua Bucuresti. That's who we've been drawn against for the Champions League. That's a good draw. Let's see if we can get a look at the rest of the draw. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Oh, I can't do that now. I've got to carry on with this, I think. Yeah, we've got to do that. So we came top of our group anyway. Despite the loss to Spartak Moscow in the last game, we did come top of our group with great defensive record, at least. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day right now. I can't be bothered playing against Everton in the Coca-Cola Cup fourth round replay after the 2-2 draw that we had at Goodison. I'm going to call this a day, and then tomorrow I'm going to blast out at least up until this Steaua Bucuresti game right here and see how I do. And who knows? Oh wow, straight into the quarterfinals. Of course it was, yeah. There was such a small group from this, yeah. So you can actually get very far, very fast in the Champions League. Wow. Forgot all about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm waffling on here now. So I will get hold of, I will get straight past that. And for next week, if you've not seen yet, I mentioned it in my, this is going out tomorrow, so today, but yeah, basically yesterday's newspaper review that I did, I mentioned that I'm going to have a bit of a schedule, so I'm going to try and stick to that schedule, and it allows me, when I've got a little bit of downtime then, to get some recordings done and almost stockpile them for when I want to release them. So tomorrow I'll probably get that done all the way up to the Steaua game, and probably make that the 2 legs there, the part of the next video, and see who we get in the semi-finals should we get through. Because that's what I'm aiming for. We've got our aim for the Champions League final this year. We've got to do better than what Fergie did, is our aim. And that's that. So thank you for watching. As always, stick us a like if you don't mind. Drop us a comment about anything. Love talking to you cranks in the comments. It's fantastic. About anything you want. Let's get nostalgic if you want. If you want me to go and check out any of the squads that you've just got something in your mind that you want me to go and look at from whoever back in the day. Let's have a look at the Aston Villa squad from back in the day when Gareth Southgate was considered a star player, and Andrew Townsend. Mental. Anyways, that's it for today. Please subscribe if you don't already. I am going to try and stick to this schedule, and the subscribes that I'm getting at the moment is awesome. Well on track for that 10k ahead of D-Day. If you don't know, I am giving away a couple of prizes once I get to 75,000. I really appreciate any shares, any promotion that you can help get, and any suggestions that you've got for what's going to make the channel better, the videos better, what you want to see me talk about. I am planning a Q&A for Fridays, so if you can get a few questions in for the Q&A, just put like hashtag Q&A or something like that, and I'll save all the best ones for Friday, and I'll do a Q&A on Friday where I answer all of your burning topics. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Laters.